starts recording. Hey everybody, today is the beginning of the GACO decking. So we had cedar 5/4 by 4 decking, which was rotten. We took it off, show them the deck. We took it off, de-nailed it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the 3/4 inch plywood, nail it, glue it, nail it with ring shank nails, 2 inch, and then I'll show you the next part. So there's the deck, and I'll show it to you how everything goes step by step, and we'll get her done together. Three-quarter inch plywood. Got to make sure the blocking is around each post, all the way around, and that helps the plywood so it sits properly. So everything is blocked off perfectly. So now we're gonna start step 2, and that's gonna be sheeting this deck. Alright, step 2. Snap a line 48 inches from the house. So first sheet goes 48 inches. As you could see, our orange line going all the way across 48 inches, so our plywood runs perfectly straight, so the next piece doesn't bow and doesn't have any gaps in it. Step 3, we mark around the post. So I already marked it, butted it in, set it on the line. So now I'm going to cut this and start setting plywood into place. So I should. Alright, so my good people, next, liquid nail. Very important, since I'm using nails and not screws. This way when the floor moves, the nails don't pop up. And with GACO decking, it's a waterproofing part, so you don't want the water to get into the plywood and run it out. So each joist gets a nice bead, and since you have a line, you know exactly where to stop. It doesn't have to be a big bead of caulking or liquid nail, it just has to have something. But like they say, the more the better. And every May, the tradition continues at top to bring you only the best of cash. To the last, our secret partners is to ensure that you find the highest quality fish delivered fresh right from the source. Always split the joist. And the good thing is, we're going to have fascia board and then flashing, so the flashing could cover up any gaps you have on the outside, and also on the inside I made a 1/4 inch gap so the plywood would go in smoothly. And start nailing using Makita oil nailer.
Okay, so we finished nailing the plywood all over the deck. Now it's time for the flashing and the trim wrap that's going to go on the side right here. All right, about here. So this is looking great. Almost there. Next step after that is going to be the GACO decking.
Alright, so now that we have the plywood on, cut her on every post, and what I did was I put fascia board up, which I'll go down and show you, and then I flashed it. When you flash, you want to start from the lowest angle. So this deck is sloping towards the back of the house, so this is the lowest angle. You start over here and you, same thing, cut her on the post with the flashing, nail it down, and go up and then flash under the siding. That's very important. That way when the water hits the siding itself, it'll run down, hit the flashing, and go down the deck. So our next step is going to be caulking all the nail holes, any kind of hole, all these gaps in between plywood. Alright, and I'll show you the fascia board. So install all the fascia board all the way around, all the flashing. Looks very nice. The decking color is going to be coffee. Yeah, that looks good. The fascia looks great. I'm loving it.
Thank you.
And that over here is Spanky. And so we're gonna have to go to the next point in this, and that's okay. The caulking we use for GACO decking is Dynaflex 230. Good stuff. Put it on, wait 30 minutes. Right now it's like 65 degrees and sunny, so you have to wait about, I'd say 35 minutes to an hour for it to dry, and then you could do the first layer of GACO. So I'm gonna start installing it, and I'll show you how it's done shortly. You have to make sure all the nails are completely hit down. They're not sticking out anywhere. It's not gonna look good when you're finished with the deck. Okay, one of our last steps is to caulk all the seams, all the nail holes. What you want to have is, as we're showing you here, is use a putty knife, maybe a 2-inch, 1.5 inch, and just do all the beads, do a light bead, and then make sure everything is flat, and that's why you use that putty knife. And do all the nail holes around the flashing, all of these seams, all around the post, everywhere you could see a gap. It'll help you out later, make your deck look perfect. Alright, so now everything is caulked, all the seams, all the nail holes.
You can write it all off.
Okay, now the last thing you do before actually coating it is put in this, I forgot what you call this, fiberglass tape, and you brush it on. You brush on the GACO, then you put the tape on, and then you brush on the GACO again on top, and when it starts drying, it starts looking like that. And that's alright, so this is the complete GACO decking with a light texture. See that little texture? It's perfect for walking barefoot, non-slip surface. And if you tape off the post correctly, you're gonna get that nice perfect line. Looks good. And this is GACO decking. Yep. Yep.